Good morning, everyone. To those of you who've been with us for a while, welcome back. To those of you joining us for the first time, we're glad to see you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button below so you'll be notified of all upcoming future videos. If you want to get caught up quickly on all of our past videos, you can go to our company website, www.cosmetologystateboardexam.com. Down in the lower left corner is a little red and white icon. Just click on there. It'll give you every video we have. We've probably got close to 100 at this point, covering, well, without exception, every chapter in your textbook. Now, today we're going to talk about something very specific to the state of California. And the reason why is, as far as I know, and I've done a lot of research on this, the only state that publishes their pass and failure rates is California. Every other state kind of, well, let's say, they don't want you to know how bad the pass rates really are. Now, in prior years, California made this very easy to find. You went to their website, there it was right there. That was in compliance with state laws. Schools don't like that because they don't want you to be able to find out how easily their pass rates are bad. So they've kind of come to like an unhappy marriage to state law and the schools. And they've now revamped their website and kind of made it a little bit tricky to get to these passing numbers. But I'm going to show you in today's video exactly how to find out the passing rate for your school, Barber, Cosmetology, Aesthetics, or Nail Technology, going back every quarter for the last several years. Now, I will say the state is about 3 to 6 months behind publishing the results. We're doing this video in January of 2025, so you're not going to find the results for 2025. You're going to find the results for 2024. Now, if you wait another 4 or 5 months, you'll begin to see 2025 results. But the way to find them won't change. What you want to do, if you're right behind me, is the California website, okay? www.barbercosmo.ca.gov. Go to that website. Now, up in the right-hand corner, you will see it says careers, contact, resources. Click on the one that says schools, okay? Or search. Sometimes it says schools. The newer one says search. And if your computer's caching on an older site, it'll say schools. The newer site is going to say search. This little magnifying glass is hard to miss. Click on the one that says search, and you will see the screen behind me. Now there's a blank space. You want to click in school pass rates. School pass rates. Hit go. Now it's going to come up the next screen behind me. It's going to show you a whole bunch of different things. Any one of them will take you where you want to go. The easiest way is to click on the second choice. Okay? When you click on that, it's going to open up and it's going to give you several choices. Go down to the third one, and I believe it says April, May, June. Click on that one. That's when I was doing this video, that was the most recent one they had. As I said, they're often about 6 months behind. Click on that one, and it will open up and it will show you, beginning alphabetically with Barber, then going to Cosmetology, Aesthetics, Nail Technology. And within each category, the schools are listed alphabetically. Now, we're not going to go to every school today for all 4 topics. It'll take us all afternoon. You wouldn't be watching, okay? But it doesn't change. This is how you find it, okay? It begins with Barber. If you're Cosmetology, just scroll down a couple of pages on your screen, get to Cosmetology. Now, under Barber, the first school listed is AAA Beauty School. And if you look, it says 1 person passed, 7 people failed. Let that sink in. 1 pass, 7 failed. That's a 13% pass rate and an 88% failure rate. Now the next school, okay, is in Downey. 1 person passed, 2 people failed. That's right. That's a 33% pass, a 66% fail. Then you've got Abraham Freeman. They're a little better. 13 passed, 14 failed. Now, some of you are probably thinking, well, that's okay because I'm going to a big name, expensive school and I'm good to go. Really? Scroll down to, can we say Paul Mitchell in Sacramento. and you'll see 8 people passed and 12 people failed. That gives you a 40% pass rate and a 60% failure rate. I'm not saying anything bad about Paul Mitchell. I'm simply saying, okay, that in life, you don't always get what you pay for. Sometimes you pay a lot and you don't really get a lot. If you look closely at the pass rates from different schools, you will see the very small independent schools don't do any better or any worse than the big, expensive name schools. It really depends upon your teacher. The name of the school is not going to help you on test day. Now, this is the point I'm really getting at here, ladies and gentlemen. The pass rates are terrible. Okay? Statistically, across the state of California and across the nation as a whole, the Barber pass rate is 35%. That means out of every 3 barbers to take the test in California and nationally, 1 will pass, 2 will fail. And the proof of what I'm saying, I just showed you right behind me, how to find the pass rate. Now, your school may be worse. There's some schools with a 0 pass rate. Some schools have a good pass rate. But if you average them all together, you will find out that California pretty much reflects the national averages. Out of every 3 barbers, 1 passes, 2 fail. Cosmetologists don't do a whole lot better. Out of every 4 cosmetologists, 2 pass, 2 fail. Now, if your school has a low pass rate and you're failing your test, the problem is probably your school. If your school has a high pass rate and you're failing, the problem is probably you. In either case, the solution is right here. We have a book, comes in the mail, takes about 2 or 3 business days. It's not a textbook like in your school. It is a book that gives you every question and answer on the state board exam in your state. It's very state specific. There's the question, the 4 possible answer choices, the correct answer, and then the page in your textbook where you can find more information about that. Okay? Every question on your state. Now understand, your test may only have 60, 70, or 100 questions, but the state board exam has something approaching 1,000 questions in their test bank they can pick from. People call us every day and they're constantly amazed. I've taken the test 2, 3, X 17 times, and really true in one example, and it was different every time. Yes, because the state has hundreds and hundreds of questions. They randomly generate your test. It will never be the same twice in a row. Now, if you want to get our book, you can visit us online at www.cosmetologystateboardexam.com. Takes about 3 days in the mail, or give us a call, 760-534-4434. If you're interested in private training, it's you and the instructor. It's live, just the 2 of you, so it's like you're sitting in the same room. We do it through your phone on FaceTime or WhatsApp, depending on your phone. Okay? 6 classes for barbers, 7 for cosmetologists. They will walk you through every chapter in your textbook and show you literally page by page, here's the question, and here's how they're going to ask that question. Now, barbers, please understand, one of the most heavily tested sections on your exam is called chemical texture services. Bleach, which the state calls light noir decolorizer, hair color, permanent waves, chemical relaxers. Every day, barbers call us in shock and say, I feel like I was taking a cosmetology test. Well, your license does entitle you to do those chemical services. If you choose not to, that's up to you. But the state is going to ask you probably 20 questions on chemical texture services. Chapters 17 and 18 in your current textbook. And give us a call. We have all the questions and answers. We also have private training, 760-534-4434. Call us and pass your test.